Yeah, and at the Forum, the grand dam of all the hockey arenas in the world. It was the
Okay.
number one. It was the number one place. I mean, it didn't matter who you spoke to. A hockey fan from Moscow, a hockey fan from Glaze Bay, a hockey fan from Israel. They all knew about the Montreal Forum, and they dreamed one day they would be there, just to go in, even if they stood up in the top in the rafters, just to be in that legendary hockey shrine.
In the hockey world, the Montreal Forum can only be described as mythical. It was the palace for the hockey capital of the world. Sporting News declared it the most storied building in the history of hockey, and for good reason. The Montreal Forum opened its doors in 1924. It started off as a home to both the Montreal Canadiens and the Montreal Maroons. The Maroons were meant to be the main attraction, but the Canadiens soon conquered it, on their way to becoming the dominant force in hockey for the next 70 years. The Habs won 22 of their 24 Stanley Cups while playing at the Forum. The Forum would also be the home to almost all of the Canadiens' legends. When we asked about the stars, two names primarily came up: Maurice the Rocket Richard and Jean Beliveau.
You saw players such as the great Jean Beliveau, who was, I think, over 500 goals, and he was a gentleman. He was the gentleman's gentleman.
Monsieur Beliveau, he stands out as my hero.
Along with the legends on the ice, there was the legend in the concession stands too, the Forum hot dog.
The first thing that you would smell, tobacco mixed with the legendary Forum hot dogs. What a smell, it was intoxicating.
They were toasted buns, and they smelled fantastic.
Those who look back at the atmosphere of the Forum recall the sights and sounds.
All the incredible skating talents up and down the ice. I mean, it brought something to life that was, already exciting, but this just turned my whole world upside down in a positive way.
And boy, when they hit those boards, guys, thunder roared in that place. When they hit those boards and the puck whistling through the air. I mean, it felt I would react as if I was the goalie.
They also recall the assumed risks.
And I finally, when I'm looking for my seat, and I finally find a seat, and I'm there very early because I want to see the warm up and so on. And it was very obvious that I'm not going to see the game very well because right in front of my face was a post.
So you had to kind of move to the left or to the right when the play went from one side to another.
Fortunately, fans would see the polls come down. The legend of the Forum drew other legends to participate in the magic. We are the champions, my friend.
She says, you're not the
It was thrilling. So we were sitting way up, probably near the roof. And I remember looking down and seeing the stage so far down, and I couldn't even hear them sing because the screaming was so loud. And of course, I was part of the screaming, but it was just amazing to be in that building.
The enchantment seemed to keep finding its way back to Montreal. But all good things eventually come to an end. In 1996, the Habs moved to a new home known as the Bell Center. The Forum's fate was being gutted and turned into a hockey-themed mall.
What does Atwater and St. Catherine mean today? Nothing.
Nothing. It's a bunch of, it's what is it? It's broken down tenements. They're doing their best to fix it up again. What can you do? It's very, very sad.
Everything, this was the center of the hockey world. And now it was a shopping mall with a few remaining seats and You know, it's like a footnote in history.
The Magic and the Greatness stayed committed to the Forum and did not travel with the Canadiens to their new home. And since the move, the Habs have not risen the Stanley Cup.
I mean, I think that's when they finished off. They haven't won in 25 years. When you take the Forum out of the team, I think the hockey gods no longer smiled on the Canadians.
It's not the same thing. The hockey gods never came back to the Canadiens arena. They left the Forum and they left for good.
The experience that was the Montreal Forum is now in the past, but those who got to be part of it can still feel its legacy to this day.
I almost have tears in my eyes when I think of the years that I spent in that place. It really helped shape me.
It made me feel that I was part of something. It was part of my city. These are my champions. These are the champions of the world, and I get to see them in color up front. It just made me feel like I was 10 feet tall.